Remnant 2 The Awakend King DLC is full of secrets, tough enemies, interesting bosses, and most importantly, amazing loot. So in this Remnant 2 video, I'm going to be showing you how to get some of the best weapons and gear the Awakend King DLC has to offer. Now this includes an amazing melee weapon, the ritualist specific armor, the Zealot Armor, and a pretty nice ring that can be used for quite a few builds. You can get all three of these items in one fell swoop, so let's begin. As you expected, our journey began in Osum, and we're going to be at the palace of the one true king. This is nearing the end of the actual DLC, but just keep in mind this is where you need to start. As you explore this part of the palace, you will be led to a spiral staircase. As you make your ways up the stairs, you will notice a door leading to a room with a broken balcony that has a drop down. This is actually where you need to make a drop down and then continue on in making your way down the spiral stairs, and you will continue on until you go into the fog door. Now once you go through the fog door, there will be a shortcut that you should access and open, and then make your way to the half constructed lighthouse. Now if you're doing the one-shot playthrough, as I approached the lighthouse, I actually had to face off against a mini boss. It wasn't particularly strong, but just know that you may actually have to face off against one. Now continuing on, you're going to make your way down the lighthouse, and then you're going to go through this window. This window will lead you to the back where there is going to be a few hanging bodies, and if you notice, there is a specific body that has a Zealot Armor Set. You're going to shoot it down, and that is going to be the full Zealot Armor Set that is specific to the ritualist class. Now as you make your way downward into the lighthouse, you will notice the Fey Goddess is shackled. Now I want to be clear, I did talk to the Fey Goddess, but this was after I did the step that I'm going to explain to you next. So I'm not sure if this will affect it, but just keep in mind, if you want to be safe, you cannot say anything to her and just unlock the door that will lead you to the Forlorn Coast. From then on, you're going to go back to the palace of the one true king and continue the story until you get to the chamber of the faithless. Now spoiler alert, if you are not interested in seeing the one true king fight and want to play it yourself, go ahead and skip past this part, but I'm going to give some advice on how to face off against the boss. If you don't want to see it, just know you will eventually kill him and get the item you need to continue on in this video. Now I'm going to be quite frank with you guys, I am much weaker than probably most of you watching this video, so you should have a much easier time than I did. One thing I've noticed when facing off against the one true king was shooting his weapon actually caused him to stagger quite a bit. So if you do have the DPS to shoot his weapon, you'll probably be able to stagger him much more frequently than I did. He does have two phases in which he will do summons, and I think he suck in the summons and give him some type of boost. I'm not exactly sure. Now the way I dealt with it was I just kind of stood my ground and just healed. Whenever I finished killing everything before he finished his entire invulnerability phase, he comes out stunned. I believe if you do not kill enough, he will suck them in and then get a boost, but if you do kill enough of them, he will actually just stagger and you can beat him up. I'm not 100% sure on this mechanic, but in my limited experience facing off against him, that's what I've noticed. Eventually, you're going to need to finish him off, and you will be awarded the Tormentor's Pommel. This is the item that's required for you to get the one true king specific melee weapon, the Wrathbringer. The Wrathbringer comes with a very good mod. Incoming damage grants Awakening, which increases your melee damage by 5% per stack for 10 seconds with a max of 10 stacks, meaning if you're playing a bruiser style like I like to play, you're actually going to get up to 50% increased damage on your melee weapons. And if you can tell by when I'm swinging it here, it does really good base damage unupgraded, so a pretty strong weapon. Finally, after you finish crafting your weapon, you're going to go back to the Forlorn Coast where you met the Fey Goddess, and you're going to speak with her. After speaking with her, she's going to thank you for killing the one true king, and she's going to give you the ring. The ring is called the Jewel of the Beholden, and on relic use, increase mod damage by 15% for 10 seconds. If you are a mod based build, this ring could be very useful for quite a few build options, so a very solid option to pick up. And just like that, you have access to a really good melee weapon, a very solid ring, and the ritualist specific armor set. Now that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully this video gave you a little bit of direction on how to get some of the items in this DLC. With that said, don't forget to like as well as subscribe to the channel. We have quite a few more Remnant 2 videos coming up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Later.